Hello everyone, welcome to Tales of Maj'Eyal, the weekly adventurer mod. I'm Dr. East, and we're going to be doing a let's play of the weekly adventure challenge, where you must defeat the master in Dreadfall in a week using a randomly generated adventure. And these random adventures have some advantages. They regenerate resources automatically that a lot of classes can't, like Vim and Mana. And hate, I believe. But their categories are grouped from several character classes. Pull some random schools and slap a 1.3 modifier on them. They always have Staff, Mind Star, and Combat Mastery, or Combat trees. So you can build however you like. I have not taken a serious look at this week's adventurer. But we will use the seed listed on the forum, which is spells and swords for this week. And that looks like the right schools. You really should select your race first. We're going to go Cornac, and because I selected race second, I have to enter the seed again. Yep. And we'll name this, we'll go female, Weekla. Customize redhead. Throw red braids on too. And let's take a look. Alright, we have... Dark just gave us the Cataclysm. Combat. Crusader for two-handed. Star Fury. Negative energies and positive energies are something that weekly adventurers can regenerate. So we can just use Star Fury if we like. That's pretty powerful. Circles, I tend not to use very much. Sanguisuge. Vim we can also recharge, like I said earlier, so we don't have to use Drain to do so. Life Tap. If we're not using Vim for anything else, though, Life Tap is excessively powerful. Vim, we can get some crits, but we don't have the Celestial School that really uses the Sun School, so we don't really need lots of crits off of Soul Rot. Also get Dark Portal if we want to jump around. Bone, always good. Bone Shields, Bone Grab, Bone Spear. Blood is absolutely fantastic. Pinnacle of the Corruptor class. Rot, defensive Revert class. Temporal Combat, which he just added in with the latest edition because it's been left out before. Amazing when using weapons, just like Combat. Gravity, as a school that I always kind of find kind of meh. Space-time folding likewise. Over here we have Hexes. We can unlock that by beating the Grand Corruptor, so we don't need to spend a point on it. Light, always good. Chance, always good. And Survival. So the first thing we do is we decide what we want to do with this character. I think 3 schools I'd like to try out would be Combat, Temporal Combat, and Bone. That'll give us 2 procs off of our weapon, and eventually Bone Shield, a good defensive one. The question is, do we want to go with Star Fury, Vim? Some of these are very good, but later. Let's see. We got lots of good schools, actually. It's a very castery sort of... Let's shrink these that we can't get until the level 10 at least. Let's see. Because we can regenerate our Vim, we can sort of ignore Sanguisuge. Drain isn't that great. Good for a burst of it. Blood lets us heal and gives us a good AoE. But it's not so good for the melee, which I've already picked 2 schools to accentuate. If we include Bone Grab, 3. Let's see. Vim can give us some nice stuff even for melee users. Lightened Chance. You should always just grab 2 inscriptions to start out with. It's rare you'll find a school that's better than that. So it leaves us 1 school left after these 3 from this side to really invest in. Spell Critical Chance. Vim or Star Fury. It's got a stun. That's quite potent. short cooldown. Circles would actually be quite nice. So let's go. Obviously magic's what we're going to do, and I think we're going to end up going staff combat too. We will want accuracy because staffs, the reason I'm going staff combat is because they power up procs off of their accuracy, which would make the temporal and light damage we're doing when hitting things with our staffs quite potent. So we'll just grab Channel Staff as a prequel to getting Staff Mastery, and I think the last point we're going to spend here, very useful with shields, which we have the light tree, so we'll have shields. So we can boost Weapon of Light. This, every time you boost it, increases your chance to get an extra turn. So we're increasing our shield strength, increasing our extra turns. The last question is, what do we want to grab last? Do we want Blood? You know what? We're going to go Star Fury. A gives us a stun, useful to have. Blood does give us an AoE and a heal. Blood Boil, slows, and spell crit chance. But that's a level 10. If we're going staffs, we can go two-handed staffs easily, of course, and actually deal with the Crusader tree pretty well. It's got some nice stuff in it. We could also just save the category point. Not really worth putting a second point in the bone. Let's go ahead and try this for now. Get ourselves started out. Alright, got all my sustains done here I want to use. We have regeneration in, not in light. No, we don't get that, but we do get it in Vim. And we'll go ahead and use that. And we're not shooting with this build. Got some heals and a physical sustain. Let's go kill some things. Oh, I should probably grab staff, cloak. Now, whether we want to go strength, we have magic obviously is our most important, and we probably want cunning for the crit. Oh, after that, whether we want to go strength or dexterity is a little hard to decide. Physical boost for a bone spear, and also for hitting things. Because dexterity increases accuracy, which, as I mentioned before, boosts procs off of our staff, whereas strength gives physical power, which boosts the staff's just damage. Probably going to go dexterity, light armor training. As our secondary defensive as opposed to magic, because we don't really have a lot of magic defenses besides Bone Shield, which doesn't scale off of magic. So yeah, Breach reduces stun immunity, which goes well with Starfall, so we're gonna go ahead and nail or grab that. And as you can see, we have negative energy regen right there, and we end up with the traditional adventure layout of resource bars, which is all of them yes. Covering amount of magic, better staff. We don't have the ability to put on any of this heavy iron stuff yet, but we'll get it when we get enough strength boosting gear. We'll get the first point of heavy armor training just so we can equip everything. Give me a second, I'm supposed to be a melee class anyway. Why am I running away? The other reason to go dexterity is because we obviously are using staffs. We can pick up a short staff and a dagger, which have dexterity requirements, and get double the procs, because we'll be procking off of it offhand. Ooh, we might get rid of reflection out of this guy. Careful about it. Well, he's defending himself. Let's check up some healing. Back off until his reflective shield goes away. And did not get rid of reflection, but we did get Tooth of the Mouth. Not terrible. Some blight increase if I had taken any blight users. Cleansing Copper Amulet of Staff Mastery. How useless. Well, if we're gonna go down this road, might as well keep going down it. Yep. We obviously have lots of options for this particular build. This is probably far from the best. I think Rot may have, or not Rot, but Vim may have been a better selection than the ones I made. Still, let's do Bone Grab. Finally get a point of Staff Mastery. And we can do mana regeneration and light damage to anyone who hits us, sure. I'm not actually using mana for anything yet. But I can. I mean, I could before. Just hadn't thought about it. And considering how much I'm beating things with long-range spells, it's probably a little sad that I've gone so heavily melee. But, you know, you live, you learn. Airbone. Let's illuminate. It's got some lightning damage on crit. Chance to blind, acid resistance penetration. Really better than what I got. Should probably also actually use this. Course Fall. Well, there's something worth having. Scholar's Boots. Speaking of offhands, and that's a cunning requiring offhand, and it's one that has a great accuracy and blind fighting boost, which means we can actually shift what our priorities, because we can use that as an offhand forever for the procs. Since we don't need dexterity in order to equip an offhand, because it has a cunning requirement, we can start pumping up strength and use heavy armors. Invigorate is always nice. Second life is really good. Go ahead and do Whip Power, because we have, like I said, we're very proc based. This is going to start not being particularly useful to us, so we'll dump it down there for now. Did I forget to put a second? No, I didn't forget. Okay. Second one, Bone Grab, jumps it from 5 range to 8 range. For that, it takes 2 more points to get to 9 range, so it's usually not even worth it for that. Yep. Behold my wave of Healy defenses. Boy, he hits so hard. But we're kind of obscene, so. Blood of Life. That's worth the use. And a Cloak of the Shalerin. I might as well throw that on too. Alright. Level up time. Grab that. Shadow Blast. These really aren't worth it until you get to the stun. Shouldn't have taken Starfairy, should have taken Vim. I knew it. Go ahead and do that. Now we have a shield that we can extend with Weapon of Light. It's kind of a janky one, but it works. Yeah. We'll hold on to our points till we gain another level and can spend them on level 8s. We're easily able to take on Dearth's challenges. Physical crit chance, yay! The others are almost completely pathetic, but that one's usually worth it. I'm very strong. So I'm going to annihilate these guys. He got me. Boom. He holds, I throw up a shield and then hit you to keep it up. And he's dead too. Ooh. Nice upgrade on the... Oh, wait, no, I had Course Fall, that's right. Course Fall versus an Ash Staff. 19% boost. Oh, that's a tough call. But we're getting to the point where we can start affording to drag things in and beat them to death instead of sitting back at range very much. So that's probably going to be our preferred method of destroying things. We'll want some heavier armor soon. But currently we have Bathe in Light, which is extremely useful to us. And Lore Master. +2 of anything, or for few select classes, mine's here. She also has Disarm and Poison, but we don't care. Nope. Oh, that's not good. Why am I blinded? Alright, Lore Master. We don't care about anything here except magic. Bathe in Light is always good, but when you have the ability to extend shields on you every time you hit things, it gets even better. That's unpolite. Again, we can recover our Vim just by resting, so it makes Bone Grab stupidly good. And... ooh, well that's unfortunate. I'm looking at a Necromancer somewhere. Not somewhere up there. What is your base? There you are. Used to be that undead weren't benefited by Bathe in Light. That is not the case anymore. Tell you, if this guy had gotten Reaving Combat, he'd be broken. Don't really care. Don't really care. Do care. Delivering the Hellgasher. I don't do fire. Kind of will soon, but speak the devil. Oh, nope, wrong one. That one. Weapon Manifold is always wonderful, so we'll focus on that a bit. And we're going to pick up Defensive Posture and Combat Accuracy and Barrier, because those are all amazing. So now we get Armor from our magic, and defense from our magic. Which will be good. We actually have heavy armor in there. We can get armor hardiness from our training. Move speed plus 20%. Vim per spell crit. I'll take the move speed. That's worth having. And the Vim per spell crit technically can't hurt, although we only use... Ooh. Yeah, I'll take a teleport while we're at it. Thank you very much. And these are out of order. And you will be used, even if that turns off my... Oh, it didn't. Okay, thank you, Dark God. I'll use that vulnerability to kill this here Umber Hulk. So, yeah, I am a magic fiend of pretty broken. 2 procs. Three if you include Manifold, which is only sometimes. I do Ruins of Corpool second because I like the narrow hallways. It makes it easy to do escorts. Which, by the way, you can't get categories out of exports in this mode. It's deliberately turned off by the mod when you select Weekly Adventurer as your class. That disabling is to prevent some, particularly Tinkers from Anorithils from magic users also can really make it kind of irrelevant what class abilities you actually choose, which is kind of the point of the entire exercise. I don't have a very big light radius. Oh. Yep, saw that coming. Oh, you get over here. Oh, come on. Took long enough. Speaking of light radius, don't wanna? Nah. Alright. Well, now that I'm not using Coarse Fall, I can trade it away for access to the Mage Town. I'm gonna finish this place up and call it quits for the first recording in this series. Mostly because I'm using Windows 7 and NVIDIA GeForce Experience, so I don't trust the size limits on there. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you again in just a bit as we continue the wonders of weekly adventuring. Thank you.